Now, this is, of course, a divorce that many saw coming, but perhaps not quite so quickly and spectacularly. So for more, we're going to speak now to Natasha Lindstaedt, Deputy Dean of Education and Social Sciences and Professor in the Department of Government at the University of Essex. Thank you very much for joining us today, Natasha. So to start, I mean, this dispute is ostensibly over Trump's big, beautiful spending bill, as he calls it. But do you think that there might be more to it than that?
It could be that Trump grew tired of this idea that it was actually Elon Musk who was the president, and that was something that he didn't particularly like. That Time magazine featured Elon Musk, assuming that he was more powerful than even the president. At Trump's recent visit to the Gulf states in the Middle East, Elon Musk was being sidelined, and Musk was upset about the fact that there was some deal being done in artificial intelligence between the U.S. And the UAE, particularly having a center in Abu Dhabi, and that Musk would be not Musk businesses would not be a part of that. But they just had different ideological views on certain things, particularly on the importance of electric vehicles and on spending. That was initially the thing that really brought things out in the open. That Musk called the bill ugly, this beautiful bill ugly, because it was going to add trillions to the national debt. And that basically countered all the work that Musk thought he was doing to cut the national debt. So there were too many areas where they just didn't align, and possibly Musk overstayed his welcome. I mean, they were around each other 24/7.
Speaking of the kind of ideological differences that you mentioned there, I mean, these two seem to increasingly represent very different blocks of the MAGA movement, even though that movement was, of course, founded by Donald Trump himself. Elon Musk seems to have kind of captured a pretty sizable portion of it. Can you talk more about some of the ideological differences then between the two?
Right. So some of the things that I already mentioned was just the issue of electric vehicles, that Trump was sort of awkwardly promoting Tesla, and he doesn't believe in climate change. He doesn't support trying to fight climate change. And originally, Elon Musk actually was a darling of the environmental community for the work that he had done on Tesla. And so that was one issue. But the other one that I already mentioned was that Trump's tax and spend bills weren't really looking at what was going to cut the federal debt. He really isn't interested in cutting the federal debt because he wants these massive tax cuts, which in 2017 added somewhere around 2-3 trillion to the national debt. And Trump wants to greatly expand military spending, somewhere around 1 trillion. So that doesn't square with this idea of making the government more efficient and cutting, government spending. So these were two really glaring issues that they couldn't see eye to eye with. And it was just sort of an uncomfortable alliance bringing Elon Musk into the fray. He had for many years been a registered Democrat. He had supported more progressive causes. And he sort of did a U-turn, surprising many by donating hundreds of millions to Trump's campaign and supporting much more right-wing causes. And they might have some symmetry on some of the social issues and this idea that there is too much political correctness. But if you actually look at a lot of the issues that they support, Elon Musk was diametrically opposed to Trump and the Bannon camp, the Steve Bannon camp, who's been one of the major advisors of Trump.
Now, I think it's kind of quite surprising that over the past year or so, Elon Musk has developed just a strong fixation on the budget. But it's not surprising for the vast majority of Republicans. Now, Musk has pointed out Trump's changing tone on the budget deficit over the years. Given how vocal Republicans have been about this issue over the past several decades, who do you think the GOP is likely to side with in this dispute? I mean, does it risk creating a much larger rift within the party?
So it's definitely already created a rift within the party. That there was some divisions going on in the House already and in the Senate. It's unlikely that this big beautiful bill, will pass in its current form because there's too many issues for really fiscally conservative Republicans who don't want to balloon the debt and who want to be more prudent about these kind of matters. You also have Republicans that are in progressive or left-leaning or Democrat-leaning, or let's just say more moderate districts that can't afford some of these spending cuts that are taking place, whether it be to Medicaid or the program to support nutrition, or the programs from the Inflation Reduction Act that provide a lot of investment in clean energy. So there was just too many issues here. And so you do have those Republicans that are incredibly loyal to Trump, that will do whatever Trump wants, no matter what, and are going to be in lockstep with him. But you have others that may be looking to see, well, if we go our own way, maybe we'll receive some funding from Elon Musk. Maybe Musk will be using his large chest of money to donate it to Republicans who lean more towards his views. And so this may lead to more rebellion within Trump's Republican bloc that had for so long been incredibly loyal to him.
Now, interestingly enough, we are just getting in from Reuters that Trump and Musk are actually finally not expected to speak on Friday. So that perhaps suggests that the feud is not exactly over. Now, as a final question for you, Natasha, it's very difficult to imagine either side having anything at all to gain from a deepening conflict, especially given all of the elements that you just discussed, notably, a growing rift within the party. But who do you think stands to lose the most from a feud that spirals even further out of control, Elon Musk or Donald Trump?
That is such a great question, and I don't really have an answer here. I mean, I think Musk could lose a lot because of all these government contracts, because he has almost 100 government contracts worth $3 billion with 17 agencies. Those could be all cut. And Trump has a lot to lose because the fact that Musk is, he owns X, and he can use his power on social media to spread all kinds of either misinformation or truthful information to hurt Trump politically. So I think they both have a lot to lose by this rupture taking place.
Natasha Lindstaedt, we'll see what happens today then. Things have been moving quite quickly. Thank you very much.